like 7.
Storms pushing offshore, and now the drier air moves in. A couple of gorgeous days ahead.
The state gambling on a new game to get more people to roll up their sleeve.
If you're not vaccinated, you can't play.
How the COVID vaccine could be your ticket to $1 million.
Caught on camera, thieves steal pricey motorcycles from the showroom floor and drive right out of the dealership. The video and what police want you to know.
The Pats back on the practice field today, and for the first time, Cam Newton is talking about Mac Jones.
I'd be a fool not to think if mac and cheese don't want to be a starter.
More from mandatory minicamp and what the veteran quarterback has to say about competition with the rookie. The news at 7 starts right now.
We begin tonight with your first alert. Weather live radar showing the tail end of the storms moving through. You can see them mostly north of Boston going off Cape Ann, and while others were left waiting for a little bit of rain. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm JC Monahan.
And I'm Tim Caputo. Still some rumbles of thunder out there right now. But listen, got good news. Once those pass, we got a gorgeous stretch of weather coming up. Until then, though, meteorologist Pete Bouchard tracking those flare-ups, Pete.
Yeah, Tim, we're still seeing some thunder up through Lowell right now. Pretty good storm, and also one over towards Georgetown and Byfield. A nice strip of them, actually, through Ipswich and Wynnum. Hamilton, too, headed towards Gloucester. Boxford, too, the flanking line back into Middleton and North Reading. And at this point, watching this one in Drake, some rotation is evident on the radar, but we're not terribly concerned with this just yet. Lowell right in path of this storm, too. Drake, some vivid lightning right now. That cell is all alone there. Elsewhere, maybe we can get something going. Time's running short, though, and I'm not terribly confident. But where we do have the storms, heavy rain, gusty wind, hail potential has been moderate. We've seen that through Newburyport back into Salisbury, but now it's starting to wane a little bit. No flooding or tornadoes expected. Our temperatures tonight will sink back into the low 60s. The drier air is already into Worcester, where we're in the clear, and outer Route 2 as well. That should push in over the next few hours, and it sets us up for some beautiful days all the way to the end of the week. More on that just a little bit.
Pete, thank you. The U.S. passing another grim milestone. 600,000 people across the country have died since the beginning of the pandemic. Now, here in Massachusetts, 4 million people have now been fully vaccinated. But, of course, that's not everyone. So today, the state announced a new initiative to encourage people to get the shot. It is a vaccine lottery. NBC 10's Eli Rosenberg joining us live from Boston with details. And, Eli, we are talking millions of dollars.
Yeah, and the goal here is pretty simple, to get those who have not been vaccinated. Everyone who's been vaccinated here in the Commonwealth is eligible, but this evening, some doctors are raising concerns. It's a shot, quite literally, at $1 million. The Commonwealth launching Vax Millions this afternoon, a vaccine lottery. Starting July 1st, those fully vaccinated will be able to enter for a chance at 5 $1 million prizes.
The vaccine is free, and it now could be your ticket to winning $1 million.
For those 12 to 17, don't worry, you can enter to win one of 5 $300,000 scholarships. To enter, you have to be fully vaccinated and received your shots here in the Commonwealth.
If you've been sitting on the sidelines and thinking about getting vaccinated, but for whatever reason haven't, here's another reason for you.
Well, obviously, we want to do everything we can to get as many people vaccinated in Massachusetts. However, there are some concerns that have been expressed.
Dr. C. Michael Gibson says Vax Millions brings with it some ethical concerns that must be balanced as the Commonwealth looks to increase vaccinations.
By paying people, is it coercive? And does it disproportionately impact those people of a lower social economic status?
Other states, including Ohio, have launched lotteries and seen a big increase in vaccinations, though their programs were launched much earlier in the rollout. The vaccine lottery comes as the Commonwealth surpasses 4 million residents vaccinated.
If you're not vaccinated, you can't play.
All right, so the sign-ups start July 1st, and there are going to be 5 drawings, one every week starting July 26th. And if you do win this $1 million, you may have to present your vaccine card. Live in Boston, Eli Rosenberg, NBC 10 Boston.
Eli, thank you. Well, the days of waiting forever and ever for your Uber or Lyft driver to pick you up may be numbered. Riders have been dealing with those long wait times for ride shares throughout most of the pandemic, but that could soon change. NBC 10's Michael Rosenfield joining us live from Boston to explain. Michael?
Tim, this is a problem that's been impacting big cities all across the country, especially Boston. Now it's possible that things could get better for drivers and passengers. Rideshare driver Stephen Levine says he got COVID from one of his passengers at the beginning of the pandemic.
It was scary as hell. It was like living a real-life horror movie.
That was enough to keep him off the road for 9 months. He was scared of being around strangers, and with most people at home, there wasn't much income to be made.
The money was awful. When there's no business, it's just not worth it.
Plus, during the state of emergency, Massachusetts ended surge pricing, which is one of the incentives drivers have. So it was a combination of factors that led to a driver shortage and long wait times for passengers.
I don't even try anymore. Like, I'll just be like, I'll just walk. Like, it's so much of a hassle. Or it'll be like, oh, you get an Uber in like 20 minutes. So I'm like, might as well just walk at that point.
But now that the state of emergency is over, surge pricing is allowed to return.
So you really have to utilize the surging system as an incentive to bring that wage up to a reasonable level, frankly, even a minimum wage level.
Northeastern law professor Hillary Robinson has studied the rideshare economy.
I expect Uber to spend and Lyft to spend a lot of money trying to recruit new drivers. So get ready for lots of television ads, lots of radio ads, and other kinds of incentives to sort of grow that labor side. They know the consumer side is there. People have been complaining about long wait times, etc. They've got to grow up that labor side.
So Uber tells us that surge pricing here in Massachusetts is back as of today. We did reach out to Lyft to find out what their plan is going forward, but so far we have not yet heard back. Live in the Back Bay tonight, Michael Rosenfield, NBC 10 Boston.
All right, Michael, thank you. Well, new tonight, surveillance video capturing a group of people. As you see here, they are taking off from Tingsboro motorcycle dealership with stolen bikes worth tens of thousands of dollars. We have NBC 10's Malcolm Johnson live in Tingsboro with the details on this bike heist. Malcolm.
JC, 2 bikes stolen in less than 2 minutes at a local bike shop. Not far away from where we are, only about a mile and a half. We've got surveillance video of what took place. This is all on Monday morning around 4 in the morning. This surveillance video here, taken again just after 4 a.m. Monday morning, shows the front window of Indian motorcycle being shattered by a crowbar. Several men then scattered throughout the showroom looking to take whatever they can. The group tried stealing 3 bikes, JC, but they only got away with 2. Between the bikes and the window, there is more than $25,000 in damages.
So they pull up, I believe, in a pickup truck from the surveillance we have, and then they threw a crowbar to the front window and broke through glass here. Then they broke the glass out, jumped in, grabbed a couple bikes. They were in and out a little less than a minute. It's difficult, you know. We work hard for a living, you know, and it's just tough when people come and just take things from you. So that's not how we work.
So, Tim, right now we're at the Tingsboro Police Department. The shop itself only a mile and a half away, 6 minutes. These guys here from PD, they arrived at the shop in 2 minutes. And by the time they got there, these guys were already gone. Each one of them that you saw in that video remains unidentified at this point. And so this case obviously still remains under investigation. We're live tonight reporting in Tingsboro. I'm Malcolm Johnson. NBC 10 Boston.
Malcolm, thank you. Hopefully that surveillance video will help investigators. All classes online and in person were closed at UMass Lowell today, all because of a possible cyber attack that's currently under investigation. Network communications were also suspended for the time being, including the school's main website. UMass Lowell says it's working with a cyber forensics team to identify and eliminate any issues. No word at this point when everything will be back up and running.
Sky Ranger over a serious crash involving 3 cars in Newburyport. Take a look. This is on the southbound side of 95, right before Scotland Road. State police say one of the cars was driving erratically on the northbound side. When it rear-ended a van, that impact caused the van to roll over onto the median. The driver also crossed that median and struck a car traveling southbound head-on. Several people went to the hospital with this one, and we are told at least one driver has serious injuries. And take a look at this. Sky Ranger over the scene of a tractor-trailer rollover in Hopkinton. This is on West Main Street at 495. The tractor-trailer, you can see on its side, blocking traffic. We have no word, though, on a cause or if anyone was hurt in this one.
It was day 2 of Patriots minicamp today, and we are hearing from Cam Newton for the first time. QB1, talking about QB 2, 3, 4. We'll have to wait and see. We're hearing how Cam Newton feels about the Pats' first-round draft pick, new quarterback Mac Jones. NBC 10's Raul Martinez has reaction from Gillette.
Look, no excuses for Cam Newton this season. He's got a year in with the Patriots, and of course, he's got the offseason he did not have with this organization last year. But Cam continues to struggle with accuracy. It's not his strong suit throughout his career, really. And he threw an interception today at the second mandatory minicamp, but the real competition won't begin until training camp. This is all about grasping the system in June. The veteran is getting first-team reps with the rookie going right after, that rookie being Mac Jones. But Cam was asked about the competition this afternoon. Yesterday, Jarrett Stidham said that drafting Mac Jones fired him up, and Newton knows he's going to have a fight on his hands. And while Mac is having a good start, Cam is ready for it all.
I'd be a fool not to think if mac and cheese didn't want to be a starter. I'd be a fool if, Jarrett Stidham didn't want to be a starter. And you'll be a fool not to think that I don't want to be a starter. We all know nothing's going to be given to nobody. And it's just that competition each and every day with yourself is going to bring out the best in everybody else.
Patriots insider Tom E. Curran saying this will be a legitimate competition all the way through training camp, but Cam Newton definitely has the leg up. Our other insider, Phil Perry, saying, look, Cam Newton did have first-team reps today, but how about this? He felt like the Pats were fast-tracking the rookie, and while Cam did get those first-team reps, it was Mac Jones in 11-on-11 and 7-on-7 drills. The first attempt had more reps than Cam. From Gillette Stadium, I'm Raul Martinez, NBC 10 Boston.
We have a QB controversy brewing.
Am I supposed to make something out of that?
Yeah, everyone's a possible quarterback, even me.
Uh-oh. Striking nurses in Worcester are hitting a milestone today. We'll explain.
Plus, the race for governor getting a new candidate. Why this Harvard professor feels she's the right choice for Democrats.
Later, people seeing double in one local town. 8 sets of twins graduating from Lunenburg High. What they're saying about reaching this milestone together.
Moral of the story, don't count out mac and cheese, right? Yeah, we have the rain and thunderstorms on the North Shore and even the chance of a shower in Boston as the skies begin to darken in the city. Oh, boy. Look at that. Yeah, there might be a quick shower. There's one out through Brookline and back into Newton. More on this and the beautiful stretch of weather and a great sunset apparently in the makes.